What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. And today on Tips at 2 with Lyndon, we're going to be talking about your comfort zone. Your comfort zone. All right, so while Facebook says they're building up my audience, I want to give acknowledgement to everybody that hops in here live. If you happen to be watching me live, appreciate you hopping in here. Let me know where you're viewing from. I myself is coming here from this 80-degree wonderful day here in Dallas, Texas, and it's beautiful out here today. Can't wait to get out and explore and get some more things done outside of work, as well as yourself. Let me know where you're viewing from. If you're watching recording, let me know where you're viewing from as well. Can't wait to connect with you. But we're gonna go ahead and hop right to the comments, content. If you notice, one thing I said in the description above when you hopped in here, I said bring your comfort zone habits along with you, because today we are going to eliminate them. What's going on, Miss Susan? Appreciate you hopping in here. Temple. Is that Temple, Texas? Yeah, Temple, Texas. Oh, so we're not too far, a couple of hours away. But I want you to bring your comfort zone habits along with you, because today we're going to be disposing of them. We're going to be tossing away all those comfort zone habits. The one thing I want you to express, we're going to make this one real short. I know this is Saturday. A lot of people love to get on with their day, so we're going to make this one very short. I want to get right to the point. So I want you all to realize this one key point. If you take nothing away from this live today, I want you to understand this one thing. Your comfort zone is your broke zone. Your comfort zone is your broke zone. It's the one thing that you are consistently doing that is keeping you from achieving the success that you would love to achieve. There's one thing that I've discovered in my business, which I was finding I was having some great trouble with, because I was so stuck in some of the things that I wanted to do. Another thing, if you notice in the description, I did a lot of emojis. If you pay attention to those emojis, if you happen to, when this thing is over, you go back and take a look at those, you'll find that I posted anything from the buildings, which represent your business, from a lot of activities they do. I'm an athlete, so I love to play baseball. I play basketball, I swim, all that kind of stuff. A lot of things that took time away from what I wanted to get done in order to get things accomplished. Well, what makes something your comfort zone? Because you become to get so comfortable and so used to something that it gets to the point where you're not willing to change, because of where you are is a settling point. It's a settling point. You get to that point, you're like, you know what, I'm okay right here. And then anything outside of that comfort zone, which means it's causing discomfort, means it makes it a dis-ease to do it. Which, if you notice that word, a lot of people don't pay attention to it. What's a disease? If you separate that word up, it's called a disease. In other words, your comfort zone can be a disease to you. Your comfort zone can be a disease to you, and that it could hinder you from accomplishing the things and doing the things that you want to do. Now, I'm gonna go through, give a couple of examples. It's gonna be pretty much the end of this one, because I really want you to get this over this weekend. I want you to develop a plan of action to begin to start taking up. If you want to start Sunday, if you want to start Monday, okay? If you want to start that today, let today be the last day that you live your life in your comfort zone. I want you to think of something that a lot of people, and I'm talking to my entrepreneurs out here right now. What are some things that you want to accomplish in your life right now, that you want to accomplish in your business? To get more specific, is it that you want more leads in your business? Is it that you want more sales? Is it that you want more recruits? Is it that you want some of the recruits that you have to actually start taking action? You want to get more activity out of them? Is it that you want better results from the action that you're doing? Or is it that you just need to take more action towards the thing that you want to do? Whatever it may be, I want you to acknowledge those things that you want to get done in your business, and take a pen right now. I actually don't have my pen. I don't know where my pen is. I want you to take a pen right now on a piece of paper and actually write those things down. Literally, unless you're driving. If you're driving, these phones have some things called the recorder right now that you can actually go to when you're done with this thing and actually record the things that you want to accomplish, because you can come back and listen to it. Matter of fact, you also have the speak to text. What's going on, Mr. Ganesh? Appreciate you hopping in here, man. Good to see you. They also got the speak to text, so you can actually send a text message to yourself. Just to put your own number in there, send a voicemail to yourself, and listen to it later. You can do it to yourself in Messenger as well, on Facebook. All right, but you put that, remember that. Write it down if you're somewhere where you can write it down. Put a audio with it if you can't write at the moment, somewhere where you can come back and listen to it and then write it down. The whole objective is to write it down. Now, I want you to think about the things that you are doing right this very minute. Okay, today, the action that you're taking on a day-to-day basis, are they going to get you to accomplish these things that are on that paper? Okay, now, that's one thing I want you to think about. Second thing, I want you to think about those comfort zone habits that you have created, because nobody gave those to you. Nobody said, here, take these habits and keep them. Don't lose these. Keep these, guard them with your life. Nobody gave you those habits. It was something that you created, something that you formed. In other words, if you created that habit, that's a habit that you can break. There's something that you can eliminate, something that you can diminish, something that you can get rid of. Okay, if that's a habit that you have, get rid of those habits. It's totally up to you. Now, I want you to look at those comfort zone habits that you have. I put up some of my own in the little emojis. Baseball season's coming up. I'm training for baseball at the moment, but I'm eliminating a lot of time that I actually spend in my training because I wanted to make sure I start focusing on my business even more, or continue to focus on my business even more. But outside of all the sports, I don't play basketball as much. I hadn't gotten out and ran as much. I hadn't practiced, even though the season's coming up and I know I need to. There are a lot of things as far as work. I came off the overtime list so I can have more time for my business. There are things that have become a comfort zone. See, a lot of people don't realize your comfort zone can even be included in your job. Nothing wrong with having a job whatsoever. But what happened was I had gotten so dependent on working so much. I working 12, 13 hours a day. So by the time I got very limited to the work that I could do before I even fell asleep, which was not a lifestyle that I wanted to develop, because once I became dependent on what my overtime provided, it was very difficult to get away from that. But it was a comfort zone that I had established. So what happens when you're in that point? You have to break that comfort zone, even if it's just for a season, even if it's just for a specific time period. You say, you know what, guess what? I'm used to putting in 60 hours a week, perhaps for the next 30, 60, 90 days, so I can actually put a little bit more time toward my business, have the opportunity to be able to possibly acknowledge and experience that break that I want in my business. I've got to step away from my job so I can make that happen. So guess what? I came off the overtime list. I went from working 60 hours to probably 40 or pretty much no less than 40. But it opened up some time for me to be able to have that extra time that I needed in my business. My comfort zone was my overtime. I can tell you right now, the same thing may apply for you for your job. If you and there's nothing to say that you can't combine a lot of these things. A lot of you all that may watch these things may have children. Like, you know what, I understand that, but I've got running all back and forth. I take my kids to practice. I pick them up. They got games that on the weekends. I'm tired of understand that. And guess what? You may have to lose an hour of sleep to get up to watch a training before you get your children up and get them ready for school. They get up and they're like me. You know it's game day on Saturday mornings. The first thing, they're hopping up hyper already because they're ready to go to their game. That's how I was. I don't care if my game was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning with my baseball uniform on, talking about, is it time yet, mama? That was just me. It's understood. You may have to get up and spend some time in your business before they get up, or even find ways to take that business with you to the game. Okay? You don't have to miss a single second of that game. When you get there, a lot of times there's a lot of downtime when you take your children. And see, I'm giving you some ideas here. If you've got kids that play soccer, baseball, football, whatever it is, sport, rugby, lacrosse, I don't care what it is. When you get there, there's a lot of downtime before the game starts. A lot of times you're there 30 or 45 minutes, if not longer, before the game, to get the kids there, to get them warmed up, try to get everybody gathered together. The coaches going over the game plan. They got their warm up before the game even starts. That's time that you could actually utilize, especially if you're doing online marketing, where you could be doing some prospecting. Perhaps if you're a blogger, you could be writing some ideas for a blog, if not writing a blog. You could be documenting ideas. Perhaps you could be speaking to other parents that could be possible prospects of what you have to introduce. But like, look, I have a full-time job, but I make some additional income, like right now while I'm sitting here with you with my business opportunity. How are you making money sitting here and you're at a game? Opportunity, talking to other parents. I don't care whose team they are, other folks that are out there, whatever it may be, that could be your opportunity. Perhaps your business could be a sponsor for the team that you're doing because of what they be doing. You never know when somebody, hey, I've never seen that company. Hey, how did our team get sponsored by this? Hey, let me tell you about something. whatever it may be. But you have the opportunity to be able to take those comfort zones, because what happened, one of the things my folks used to do, and even when I went and watched my little brother, you go and you sitting there and you watching for 30 or 45 minutes, watching your kids run back and forth, warm up, coach trying to get, you got one kid on this end of the field, other kid on that end of the field, you trying to get them all together, and you're sitting there just doing this. 30, 45 minutes of doing nothing. That could be, that's still considered a comfort zone, because you're at a point where you're not doing, you're stagnant, you're not doing anything. When you get to the house, a lot of people have the habit of coming in, you sit your purse down, you sit your backpack, you sit your wallet, whatever it is, your briefcase, suitcase, whatever it is, you sit it down, and the first thing you do, you plop down on the couch and say, oh man, finally, I'm back at the house. And you grab a remote and say, okay, I know I need to do some work. I got to prepare for this webinar. I got to prepare for this training. I got to do this. I'm going to do it in just a few minutes. And you sit there and you watch a show for 20 or 30 minutes. Say, okay, I know I still need to do this. All of a sudden, there's something like Law and Order. You know, as soon as the credits of one rolling, the opening invitation of the next show is already coming on. So you see the introduction of the next one. You already wondering, oh, I can't miss this one. It's already interesting. You're in that comfort zone. What happens if you don't come home? What happens when you come home, you sit your stuff down, and you don't even bother to cut on the television, and you begin to get focused on what it is that you want to do? Start breaking the habit and the cycle of the comfort zone. What happens when when you're exhausted and you're tired, a lot of people come home, you come on and take a shower, and the first thing, cut your laptop on and put it in a place where you would normally sit and get comfortable. As a reminder, if you got a desktop, if you got a laptop, it's more convenient for me. We have a laptop at the house, and what I would do, I would cut my laptop on. I would go get in the shower or whatever, so when I come home, I don't have to wait for it to load, all that kind of stuff. When I get out of the shower, of course, there's a black screen that's already gone to the sleep screen, but I come out, and so right when I think I'm going to sit down to get comfortable and do something, my computer's right there reminding me, saying, you got something to do, people. You got something to do. Get out of the comfort zone. The things that you are becoming very familiar and comfortable with on a consistent basis are keeping you in that broke state. And I'm not saying you per se is broke based on what you're doing. It's just what I mean when I say broke, it's the things that you want to get accomplished. You're keeping yourself from making those things happen. When you begin to eliminate those things that are in your comfort zone that you have created as a comfort zone, and begin to shortly and smallly do those things that you know you need to do to be taking small steps towards your goal, you'll notice you'll become more productive in your business. Say, for instance, you're prospecting. This is going to be my last example. We're going to end this because I believe you're getting the point, but I really want you to hear this. Say, for instance, you're prospecting and you talk to somebody that's interested in what you have to offer. Guess what? Say one of these days, say, you know what, I'm not going to come in and get on television. I happen to go on and I prospect it, and you get a response from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many people. You get a response from the people that you may be doing when you're doing your prospecting when you come home. That time that you would be in your comfort zone. Guess what? These people that are interested, now you have the opportunity to be able to put your business before them, build a relationship, establish some trust with them. That can consist of a couple of hours of your time when you get home. Few minutes to hours. Of course, you got dinner to take care of, which makes your time seem like it's scarcely, which you get other people to understand. Look, I got a very limited time. I've got a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 12-year-old, whatever. I got to prepare dinner for, and I like to show you some things, but of course I can't sit here and explain. Can I send you over some information and then follow up with you at the following day at a specific time that you pick and you choose that you know you'd be available? They say yes. Great. So guess what happens? The very next day when you come in, you're not thinking, I'm not in my comfort zone over here in the television. You're starting to break that habit. I've got somebody to talk to. I got these 1 or 2 people, and you develop that habit. Now you're following up with these people. Great, I'm interested in what you have to do. How can I get started? Boom, now you've got somebody to work with. You begin to get that momentum, and when you do this each and every day, that comfort zone that you have is slowly diminishing, and you having a new habit each and every day that you be able to work toward to be able to accomplish the thing that you want, because you begin to take tiny steps of success toward what you want to do. So the comfort zone that you think of having is going to begin with today, writing those things down that you want to accomplish in your business. Number 1, after you write those down, look at those comfort zones that's stopping you from accomplishing these things, and then begin to acknowledge those and be like, look, I acknowledge the fact that I come home and watch television on a daily basis. I come home and get on the phone with my homeboys and my girlfriends and my best friends, and we talk about stuff that we talked about before. We repeat the same stuff that's happening in the office. If you're doing stuff like that, you're wasting your time. These are some of the things that I'm telling you from personal experience. A couple of things that I've experienced that I've done on a consistent basis back in the day, a little while ago, that I had to stop for myself before I was able to start seeing results in my business. And I want to help other people begin to acknowledge these things as well. Start recognizing those things that you are doing that's wasting those precious, valuable moments that you could be utilizing to grow your business. Those are comfort zone habits, okay? Once you write those down and you gain the knowledge, you know what you need to start looking for. If you know you come in and the first thing you do is cut on the television and you've written that down, hey, I come in, you know what? This is one of my habits. I noticed that. You put that remote down and you don't do it. If it's another habit where you sit on the phone, hey, I just walked in the house and I've got some work to do. I'm gonna have to give you a call or talk to you in the office tomorrow. If you know you used to stand on the phone for a couple of hours talking to people about nonsense, stuff that can be talked about later, stuff that doesn't even have to be talked about at all, and you wrote that down, you acknowledge the fact that this is something that you need to change. So it's very important that you actually write these things down and begin to take actions toward improving it and eliminating those comfort zones. All right, because your comfort zone, once again, is your broke zone. All right, so I hope you all got some value from this thing. If you did, give me some likes or comments. And if you got value from it, if this made sense, if this resonate with you, hit the share button, because there are a lot of people that are still stuck in the comfort zone that are figuring out, why aren't I having success in my business? It's because a lot of the actions that you're taking are from comfortable positions that you're having right now, or a comfortable position that you're in. All right, and it just has to be eliminated. There has to be new habits formed on a consistent basis that's going to get you out of that and start getting you to see success. All right, so I hope you all got some great value from this. You all have a blessed and wonderful day. I appreciate you hopping in here on this Saturday. I tried to make it very short. I'm very passionate about sharing information, be able to help you grow your business. And if you enjoyed this, you can find more videos over at successwithlyndon.com, and also the Facebook fan page. Make sure you connect with me and follow me over there for more information. For more videos and strategies and stuff like that at facebook.com/Lyndon Britt 2. It'll actually be on the banner. The Successful Lyndon will be on the banner, but facebook.com/Britt 2. You don't have to spell it out. All right, but y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. If you've got questions, if you've got topics you'd like for me to cover, if you've got anything that you would ask me to cover, if I hadn't already covered in another video, I'd be glad to cover it. And because you may not be the only person with a question about a specific topic that I could possibly help you with. All right, but let me know. You can type your questions in there. There's a question box over at successwithlyndon.com as well, and I'll be glad to connect with you and help you out any way I can. But y'all have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Thank you all for hopping in here, and I will see you all for breakfast with the Brits tomorrow at 9:30 with the missus. All right, y'all have a blessed day. See y'all tomorrow.